Hello again, NinjaTrader
Mini FP 500 feature.
users.
Approaching today's open.
Um, with this YouTube video, I'd like to give a rather non-conventional example using strategy persistence. Remember, I offer this strategy persistence add-on for NinjaTrader, and this allows you to save parameters of a strategy to a disk file and recall the parameters whenever you want to use it. This makes sure that every time that you want the correct parameter block is loaded from disk. You can use this also for other things. It's not necessary to use this only directly for strategies, but you can use this for very general parameters you're interested in. A parameter could be, for example, the equity you have in your account, or it could be the amount you made in your last trade. It could be any variable that you would like to pass from a strategy to an indicator from one place in your code to another place. And therefore, this is actually quite the strategy persistence is very well suited, because from any place in your code, you can just call the function and access then the variables currently saved in the XML file. At the same time, you have a variable to save parameters in the XML file. Let's start now. In my case, I have a simple strategy which is called global settings. This strategy, global settings, contains the variables that I want to save on disk. What I have also here is a function which is called then here global settings.load from XML, and I give as a parameter the path to the global settings file. And in this way, with this line, I create this global settings object, and I can access its parameters. In my case, in this global settings, I have the email address I want to send notifications to saved. So by using IntelliSense, I just do settings.email address. You see, I have here the email address accessible. I can have the email subject and many other parameters. In this case, I have my email subject. Let's do something. Now we can assign hello from Ninja equals email subject. No, sorry, I have to do differently. Things, no, I have to do this. Okay, cut it here. This is some demonstration. Now what I do is, I assign this settings object, settings email subject, a different value, which is now called hello from Ninja. And then what I do is I do settings.save save parameters. You see, with the first line of code, which is the line here, global settings variable settings equals global settings.load from XML, you have created this object. Now you have the S&P is going for the 1100. Okay. Now you have changed the variable here, email subject hello from Ninja, and then with this line of code you can save the parameter. These 3 lines of code can be added anywhere in your own code. So you could have read the settings in many different places in your strategy, and you can save the strategy wherever you like in your own strategy. In my case, I do something very simple with this global settings. I just save the email I want to send emails, and therefore I have this functions send email with this special text. Okay, text. And for this, I use this global settings function here in another class, which is here. This is basically, I have here a function which I call when my trade has executed. And I want to get informed by an email when a trade has executed in one of my strategies. So at that stage, I just add this line of code here. I just generate here my string, my text string that I want to see. And then I just call this simple function, strategy global settings send email text. With this, I have done everything actually, and I can then adjust the send email goes through. Now, how can I change the parameters? Because you know when you send emails,
Mini FP500 future.
you must know
Approaching today's open.
To which email address to send it. Probably this is most of the time one single email address, but I want to change these parameters simply. So I just go edit NinjaTrader. Sorry. I go strategies, new strategy, and you see here it comes out global settings is my strategy, and this strategy is a strategy that will never run, but its purpose is simply here in this dialog box to set the parameters for my email subsystem. You see here I have email addresses. This is the address I want to send my emails to. This is my email subject, mobile phone number, then I have two flags. If I want the system active, yes, no, or yes, or if I want also notification by SMS. To save these parameters, I have this Save Now button. Okay, I say okay, save now. I like these parameters. I want the notification put on. And this is here how I can change and access the global settings parameters. Okay, don't need to, okay, it's not necessary because I've already saved, cancel. This is basically the whole idea behind strategy persistence. The global settings, now look, I show you now because now I go into the directory. You see, I have here my custom directory, you see here, this is my current directory. I have everything I have in my saved parameter directory. And I have this global settings file, you see. Here you have a preview. And here at the bottom, and here you see in the preview pane, you have notify by email is set, you can't see so nicely. You have these parameters here, you have the notify by email saved on the file, the mobile number, and any other parameters that you can imagine. So you see, this is the power of the system. This global settings file, in my case I just have 4 parameters in it, but if you're interested, you could just put 500 parameters there, persistent, and recall it from any other place in your own strategy. I hope you have understood the concept behind. Here again, edit strat news. And I hope that you enjoy using this persistence parameter set. Please feel free to contact me if you have questions. Thank you. Have a good day.